Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So, of course, we're going to talk about quite a bit of things that are happening right now. Hold on, I left my notebook somewhere. Hold on for a second. Oh, I left my notebook. All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Of course, we have so much that is happening that we're going to talk about this morning. We're going to talk about stuff that impacts your wallet because this trade war is still happening. Hey, Mary, good morning. The trade war is still happening. And so, because of a trade war that Donald Trump started, that he didn't anticipate that China was going to come hard in the paint, Trump didn't anticipate that. And because he didn't anticipate it, what ended up happening is now all of us are paying more and getting less because Donald Trump wanted to start a trade war with China. That's why we're here, folks, just so you know. We're only here because Donald Trump wanted to start a trade war with China, and he lost. He's still losing. So we're going to discuss some of that this morning as well, you know, about what it is, what's going on. Um, what's going on and how we got here. Now, I want to show y'all something. I want y'all to look at something because you know all these pictures are coming out with uh, you know, Trump and all the stuff, right? Hold there it is. Remember the incident when the president with his ear? Y'all remember that? You notice how in this picture there's absolutely positively nothing wrong with his ear. Hey, Nikki, good morning to you. You notice that it is nothing wrong with his ear. Nothing. Now he got that turkey neck. Oh, it was all a lie. It was all a lie, pumpkin. It was a stunt. It was a stunt to get MAGA to believe. Yep. So I that was my first question when I saw this picture. I said, damn. He said he was a fast healer. Oh, we're gonna talk about Charlie Kirk too. Even though I don't give a fuck about Charlie Kirk. Fuck Charlie Kirk. Can y'all see Erica Kirk? You know who don't give a damn about Charlie Kirk? Erica Kirk. She laughing all the way to the fucking bank. She don't care about Charlie Kirk. She ain't at home taking care of them kids. She hosting podcasts, going to events at the White House. You understand? She ain't taking care of them fucking kids. I just look. I go, she's not a trad wife at all. Hey, Miss Fifi, she's not a trad wife at all. Not at all. It's just funny how, you know, can I be honest? It makes me wonder if it was her. Catch it. Because she too damn happy. She's extremely happy for somebody who lost their husband that cared about them, supposedly. Okay. All right. You tell me, if you so called lost the love of your life, that's all I'm saying. Oh, she's certainly married as a business arrangement. You don't marry a guy like Charlie Kirk for his looks. I mean, let's be honest. Thank you, Maud. I was about to get them going. They were so upset that I'm showing Trump and his turkey neck. Y'all see that turkey neck right there? And Trump is mad. He said this picture was disrespectful and unflattering. This picture is fucking accurate. But remember, the White House told you Trump is 6'3", 230 pounds. Anybody in the NFL look like this? I'm just asking. Does anybody in the NFL have jowls like this? Thank you, La. Time Magazine did a great fucking job with this cover. They did a great job with this cover. Because the shade, honey, I'm about to rename Time Magazine Big Oak. Because the shade that Time Magazine has for Donald Trump. Look at the jowls, y'all. Okay. Look at them. Every time I look at that neck, I go, oh. You know how turkeys do when you hear turkeys talking? Oh. That's what I see every time I see that. Hell, we're getting the view that Melania Trump gets. Uh-huh. This is what Melania was seeing. She did it for the money. Someday somebody will love me. Oh, poor Tink Tink. Someday, it may be the same day you get to learn how to use a washcloth. Bye, beloved. I can always smell the ones who don't wash behind their necks and ears. They get so upset when I talk about Paw Paw. They get so mad with me. Why are you talking about the man that I'm in love with? Well, maybe because you have a whole fucking wife and you shouldn't be in love with another fucking man. Thank you, Maud. I was going to read it. They upset. They said I should look in the mirror. Why? And see all this flawless black skin and you looking like a tattered old Coach bag. Be mad. I want you to cry about it. Mm-hmm. Preferably on camera so I can watch. But they say, this particular cup is full of hot conservative tears. You see the steam? That's hot conservative tears in there. They be so you ever see somebody where they so mad they start crying? That's MAGA. She talking about my president. It's like, calm down. It's okay. Calm down. Especially because I got way more for you to be upset about this morning. You get mad too early. You get mad way too early. Calm down. Calm down. Okay? I have more. So relax. Did y'all see what Gavin Newsom put up? Because y'all know Gavin Newsom stay cutting up. Y'all see what he put up? Gavin Newsom said we can't be showing this without pixelating the pieces that are not good for children to see. Listen. 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 Good morning, John. Listen. Gavin Newsom said this was an inappropriate image. He said we're going to have to censor. Listen. Gavin Newsom is the gift that keeps on giving. He is the gift that keeps on giving. He's showing that MAGA are fake ass bullies. I've been telling y'all all this time they fake bullies. I do this shit every day. Y'all see me do it. They come in, pop that shit. I pop mine. Then they say I'm mean. Then I say fuck you and boot them. We do this every day. And y'all see Gavin do it too. Every day it happens. Good morning, Della. Now I'm asking you guys to do me a favor while you're here this morning. Tapping is clapping. If you could tap that like button for me, I appreciate it. I appreciate it very much so. Thank you so much. That helps me out. So if you could do that, then if you could hit that copy link button, you don't even have to send it to anybody. Copy link counts as a share. So please do that for me. I'm adding something Trying to add a poll to something real quick. So that's where we are with things. Now, I want to tell y'all about some of this news that's happening. Let's start off with the elephant in the room. That's Israel. You know, the peace agreement was signed. Of course, there's been no peace since that was signed. Israel is still not letting all of the food and assistance into Gaza. They're making a decision. King, we're talking about this guy with pixelated jowls up here. Don't nobody care about Biden. Biden not president. Go talk about it in the mirror to yourself. We're talking about this fat ass old man up here that's president. Donald Trump. That's what we talking about. Right? I don't want to hear Joe Biden's name. Sleepy Joe not president. Now we got Droopy Dawn. Right? So I don't want to hear about Joe Biden no more. Damn, y'all obsessed with that man. Y'all obsessed with him. We're talking about this old fat ass dude right here. Right? Oh, we know that Biden wrote that peace agreement that Bibi Netanyahu chose not to be a part of while Joe Biden was in office, because Bibi Netanyahu be sucking Trump's ass. And he sucks Trump's ass because Trump and the Republicans keep giving them our tax money. And the bottom line is the American government needs to stop funneling our tax dollars to Israel. Yep. They need to stop funding their stuff with our money. They want to fight, let them fight with their money, not our money. Not our money. Hey, Joe, use a washcloth, beloved. Y'all can't see Joe's comment. Joe is the other loser that we booted, so he came back still with a dirty neck. Bye, Joe. I can tell. I look at all the backs of your jackets, they're all brown. Oh, he was so hurt that he got booted on his other 4 accounts. This shit is easy. Ain't that what Lauryn Hill say when she in the Fugees? I can do what you do. Easy. Give me heebie-jeebies. Listen, you should be tired, but you're not. And guess what? I'm not going to get tired. Can't stop, won't stop. I told you that you got mad too soon. I told you that there was going to be more, that it was going to make you angry in here this morning. But you decided to get yourself all worked up too soon. Oh, well, suffer. Because I got more. I got more. Now, I was reading the news yesterday. The base price for a car, I want you to, don't be drinking anything when I tell you this. Because y'all going to be like, the hell? That's how I was yesterday. Right? Hey, Zarvis, good morning to you. The base price for a car in America, the base price is up to $50,000 for the first time in history in the United States. First time in history. $50,000 on average for a basic ass car. This is Trump's America. This is those Republican policies I told y'all ass about. Good morning, Karina. Oh, the 15K is gone. Ain't no more 15K. You might be able to find a used car for 15K. Tariffs, baby. Tariffs and trade wars, baby. Yeah, and America don't make shit. Even if you assemble it here, a lot of the parts are made overseas. Yeah. Yeah. I'm reading it right here. It says car prices top $50,000 for the first time in the U.S. Kelly Blue Book says this. So we're talking about an authority here. We're not talking about some random that just pulled it out of their ass. We're talking about validated. We're talking about leaders in the industry. Yes, that is neck gussy. I like that. It is neck gussy. That's why it's pixelated. It's really not appropriate for children or women to be looking at that. Yeah, America has nothing to offer consumers. You're absolutely right, Vito. You're absolutely right, Vito. America has nothing to offer but high ass prices. So if you need a car, don't be surprised at the sticker shock when you go there. But according to Kelly Blue Book, the average transaction price of a new vehicle in the U.S. topped $50,000 for the first time, reaching a record high of $50,080. Ooh, I like Nussy. Yeah, Nussy is the perfect thing to call this. That's Nussy. Yep, I love it. I know what I'm calling it from this point forward. Look, I'm gonna write it down too. Nussy. So instead of WAP, it's NAP. Ain't that something? And it's fitting since he's 79. Damn. It is fitting since he's 79. Right. Ain't no WAP. Pop got NAP. Uh, and MAGA comes in and crashes out of us talking about this nussy on the neck, that neck nussy, right? MAGA crashes out. You know why? Because their ass got it too. Y'all need some underwear for your neck. Literally. You need a nice, good brief or some granny panties for your neck. Yeah. Poor little Tink Tink. Got that nussy neck. I'm sorry, this shit brings me so much joy. It's so funny to me. Remember, because Trump said, the White House says he's the most healthy president in our history. I don't know about y'all, but in my lifetime, I ain't never seen a president before Donald Trump that had nussy. Have you? I ain't never seen it. Never ever seen it before in my life. I've never seen a president with nussy. And it's not appropriate. It's not appropriate. We need to be requesting that the FCC make sure that anytime Trump is on television, they either got to pixelate that neck or I know exactly what he would love. Trump needs to wear a burqa. That way we don't have to see his neck. We don't have to see his mouth, those little ass lips going. We don't have to see none of that. He'll be talking, but this is all we get. We only get this part. We only get this part. See what I'm saying? Yep. That's it. Yep. Yep. He needs a burqa. Burqa for President Trump, so we don't have to keep looking at this nussy. Yeah, I'm going to start a GoFundMe to get the president burqas. And preferably, I want them to match his orange skin tone so you can't tell what's going on. So you can't tell what's going on. Now, let's get back to this car thing for real quick. I want to tell you something. Automotive prices are up 2.1% since August. They're up 3.6% for the whole year. I'm telling you this in case you were thinking about buying a car. Now is not the time. They say the 3.6% jump in September was the largest gain in over 2 years. Now is not the time to buy a car. You're going to pay too much. They said they've been expecting to break through the $50,000 barrier. It was only a matter of time, especially when you consider the best-selling vehicle in America is a pickup truck from Ford that routinely costs $65,000. I don't know about y'all. I ain't buying no $65,000 car. Nope. That's not going to happen with me. I'm not buying a $65,000 car. No, not at all. I refuse to do that. I ain't got it like that. Oh, you saw my Nashville rent price video? It's crazy. I didn't know that people in Nashville, I didn't know that Nashville was looking at those types of rents. That's the type of rent you charge in Maryland, in New York, in California. That's why I say conservatives spend so much time talking shit about liberal states and liberal cities. Conservative cities aren't doing any good. They ain't doing no good. In liberal cities, you can get a job. Yeah, the rent gonna be high, but you can get a job. I ain't saying it's okay. We've been complaining about the high rents. Quiet as kept, I've been complaining about high rent. Once, when I used to rent an apartment, I told you my first place was, I think it was 425, 450, somewhere around there. I know it was. With all utilities included. I started complaining when the rent jumped for 2-bedroom apartments to 7 something a month. That bothered me. That bothered me because I remember when you can get a 2-bedroom for 5 something a month. But y'all didn't say nothing. Y'all just let it be crazy. Jonesboro, Arkansas got some insane rent. Arkansas has insane rent. Arkansas. That's crazy. In Arkansas. What? But there are no jobs to warrant that type of rent in Arkansas. So I'm confused. What is the people supposed to where are they supposed to work to be able to earn money to pay for these expensive apartments? Where are people supposed to work at? I'm just wondering for shits and giggles because we know rich people don't want to pay us. You said you had a 2-bedroom apartment in Tallahassee in 2007 for $425 a month. Wow. Now you can't even rent a room in Florida for $400 a month. You can't even rent a room for those prices. New York City, 1,000 plus. Yeah, North Carolina, 1,000 plus. What? For North Carolina, a nice 1-bedroom apartment in downtown Dayton, Ohio. Hold on. Wait a minute. I just got some bullshit caught in my throat. Hold the fuck up. Hold the whole fuck up. In Ohio, it's $1,200 for a 1-bedroom in Ohio. There ain't shit in Ohio that's going to pay you money that warrants that. You said 10 years in Dallas, a nice apartment, 1-bedroom was like $750. Not no more. Dallas is crazy now. Yep, North Carolina is insane. And my thing is, I thought so many people moved down south because the cost of living was cheaper. So if the cost of living is not any cheaper, there's no incentive to move down there because you're moving just to low wage jobs. That's what you're moving to, low wage jobs. That's crazy. Maryland, a 1-bedroom. Yep, I can believe it. I know Maryland rent is expensive. I know. That's why we ended up buying it. Because I was like, yo, we were paying almost 10 years ago, we were paying $1,200 for a 2-bedroom duplex apartment then. Not nothing, it wasn't no luxury. These were garden style apartments. It was no luxury here. Okay? It was no luxury here. David, don't nobody want to hear about how you dream about men. Gay Pride Month already happened, beloved. So you're gonna have to take that to another forum. Bye. What they say, bye. Me too. 2-bedroom and $1,500. Owens Mills. Owens Mills used to be cheap because it was further out. So that's what I don't understand. So if the wages in the South are still low, how are companies making any money with these highest rental prices in North Carolina? How are people swinging it? Are you working multiple jobs? Like, how are you all making this happen with these insane rental prices? And quiet as kept, they told us, they told everybody, if you buy a house, it will make it so you won't get hurt as bad, which is a lie. Because with the property taxes going up like crazy due to housing prices going up like crazy because of investors and all this other shit, even homeowners have not been shielded from the shit at all. Yep, we got a neck gina, a neck gussy. You're right. We call it a nussy, Robbie. That's a nussy. Property taxes are a lot, 8 Mike. And since you don't agree, you shouldn't be here with us. So I booted you. Why? I never understand people. It's only conservatives. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Y'all love to be in places that make you upset. Y'all love to be in places that make you angry. Why is that? Why y'all like to be in places that make you feel bad? Something wrong with y'all. Charlie, we had to pixelate out this nussy right here because it's inappropriate, okay? It frankly needs to be censored. Hold up. In New Jersey, $3,100 for a 2-bedroom? Oh my fucking God. That's crazy. That's crazy. That is crazy. $3,100. And see, I did this yesterday. Imagine if your rent was $2,000. Your paycheck every 2 weeks is $2,500. That means at least one paycheck is just rent, and you got $500 left, which is some groceries. It's not enough to last you a whole month no more because inflation, trade wars have made your grocery bill more expensive. So you're going to pay more than $500 even for one single person to eat groceries every month. So your other check with that 500, that other 2,500, you got $3,000 to last you for the entire month after you pay your rent. That's it. That's not a lot of money. That ain't a lot of money when you factor in if you got a car note, you got car insurance, you got renter's insurance, you got gas, right? You got your utilities, right? You got that stuff. You got health care, you got car insurance. It's no way. That 3 grand gonna be gone just like that. That's not no money. Not in America. Not in America. Not in America. That's not no money. But that's where we are, y'all. Where families are trying to figure it out every month. They're trying to figure it out every month. You said in your area, rent for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath apartment, 15. Wow. Does that include utilities, Zarvis? I don't know how people are living, honey. I don't know how. Well, I'm gonna tell you one thing: people are living check to check. That's how they living. Every fucking month, every week, they're not sure if we gonna make it. Every month, not sure if we gonna make it. But every month you pushing. That's not a great life. America done tricked you and done lied to you into making you believe struggle makes your life great. No, it don't. That means that it ain't working. That means that it ain't working when you got to choose between paying health insurance premiums or buying groceries. That means the system not working for you and something needs to change. That's what that means. You say Memphis, a 1-bedroom, $938 in Memphis. Oh shit. You Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to kick my light. Oh my God. You said I'm gonna have to check. I'm check to check, but I'm gonna have to boss up and do something better. Or I'm not gonna make it. And you know what's sad, Ladybug? You're not the only American in that boat. It's just that a lot of people out here faking. Did y'all see that video of the guy? I saw it yesterday on TikTok. He's a guy. He works in mortgages. He works in the mortgage industry, and he talked about how he makes great money, but he's struggling. He driving Ubers. He doing Lyft just to make ends meet because his job is no longer. This man makes a hefty 6 figures and he cannot survive. And even he said, people telling you that it's great, they're lying. They suffering too. They just don't want you to know. He's like, how else can I keep? He said he does, I think Lyft, one of them pays his cell phone bill. Another one pays his light bill. I forget which one it was. His job pays the mortgage. That's all it can pay. He can't pay nothing else with his job but the mortgage. And for the rest of the month, he hustling, hustling, hustling. This man This man probably makes over $300,000 a year, struggling. So if he can't make it, and see, this is the thing, he ain't never been poor before, so he really gonna have a tough time. See, for those of us who've been poor, we know how to pivot. He don't know how to pivot because he ain't never had to. Haven't I been telling y'all this for months? I said this time it's gonna be different because we gonna have all these people in the mix struggling that ain't never had to struggle, and they don't know how to do it. I told y'all, yeah, that man ain't gonna make it. His body is not gonna make it. It's no fucking way. See, those of us who've been in the struggle, we already know that. You gotta, you built for the struggle. See, some of us are built for the shit. Because we grew up in struggle, we built for it. That man ain't built for no struggle. That man ain't built for no struggle at all. He's gonna have a tough time. But he's saying he already having a tough time. He's saying it. He's saying the quiet part out loud that people with money don't want to say. I'm looking at people in these $500,000 homes. I already was like, oh, I can't afford no $500,000 house. So we never went there on a $500,000 house. But I'm looking at the people in $500,000 homes going, how the fuck are you still swinging that? People at home, $600,000. How the fuck you swinging that? I don't understand. Say, hey, Sonny, that has always been the secret for a lot of people. Live below your means. It doesn't mean you got to live like a pauper, like you on the street. But when you live above your means, that means when some shit go left, oh, you gonna get fucked sooner rather than later. See, I live below my means. Always have. Yeah, I made money, but I always lived like I didn't. I always lived like I was one paycheck from the street. Because quiet as kept, I kind of was. I kind of was. Just keep it a buck. Now, the people around me would love, working class people love to pretend everything's great and everything's grand. But a lot of times people don't share with you their struggles until it gets so bad they can't hide it no more. Real talk. It gets so bad they can't hide it no more. But I was already on that train. I told y'all, go to thrift stores, buy clothes. Yep, go to thrift stores and buy clothes. Do your clothing shopping at a thrift store. A lot of times at thrift stores, you can find new things next to new, hardly ever used. Hardly ever used at the thrift store. You gotta make your money work for you. See, people done got so bougie, they feel like they too good for the thrift store. You ain't too good. I told y'all, you want nice suits, nice clothes, go to the cleaners. You can buy unclaimed clothes at the cleaners. I'm telling you so you can put some money, keep some money in your pocket. Buy some of that shit at the cleaners and sell it on eBay. Make money. Hey, good morning, Miss Blue Love. Oh, your 17-year-old loves to thrift. That means he gonna always have some cash. He gonna always have cash. Because if you're the type of person that knows how to find a deal, and if you love a deal, oh, I'm trying to get something. If you love a deal, you're gonna be just fine. Like I told y'all, if you live in the DMV, one of the thrift stores you need to go to is Be Thrifty. Every Monday, Sunday, and Monday at Be Thrifty is 50% off the entire store. You don't need no coupon, no none of that. Be Thrifty gets direct donations from Target and from Crate and Barrel. They got brand new shit in them stores. Go buy it. Go buy it. Yeah, Goodwill is not a good thrift store to go to. Goodwill charge too much. Go to Be Thrifty. That's what you can do. Be Thrifty is a store that I go to regularly. Why? Because I can go in there. I've even bought Crate and Barrel shit in there. Yeah, you didn't know that, Kiara? Yeah. No, don't go to Goodwill. Goodwill costs too much. I never go to Goodwill. Always go to one-off thrift stores. One-off thrift stores are better than any Goodwill. Goodwill, most of the good shit they keep anyway in the back for their employees. You ain't gonna never get it, or they're gonna charge a lot, or they're gonna charge a lot. One of the two. But it's never gonna be what you need it to, what you want it to be. It's never gonna be what you want it to be. So that's why I'm saying to you, go to other stores. Go to other stores. Real talk. Because that's how you're going to make your money work. Go to the cleaners. Real talk. Go to the cleaners. You can't, they will sell you those clothes. Why? They need the shelf space. And I know some of you will go, oh, that can't be this, that, and other. They do. Trust me. My mother used to buy stuff from them all the time. You just got to go and be consistent and do it. Just consistently go. Buy stuff off the what did I tell you? The end caps. If you go to store, even grocery stores sell clearance items. And you can use coupons on clearance items. Take the overage money that you have and let that overage money go to other things. But I'm telling y'all, you're going to have to figure something out, folks. I told you, groceries are going up again next week because of the escalation in the trade wars. If you got certain things that you know you need, this week is the week to get them. They're going to be more expensive next week. I'm telling you, they're going to be more expensive next week. So you better go get them. Your produce is going to be more expensive. All of that stuff is going to cost more. They've made it very clear. And I'm saying to y'all, hey, you better pay attention. Now, I was setting something up real quick for y'all. Okay, so to those folks, let me stop for a second. To those people who join me on Saturdays for our Saturday morning bread making, because we bake bread and we talk shit, right? We pop our shit, right? I just added a poll to my Patreon. The link is in my profile. That poll is accessible to everybody. Okay? Come vote in the poll about what bread. The poll is going to close on Friday at noon. So just in case if I need to get any extra ingredients. But we got a couple of options. These are the options for the poll for bread for Saturday. We got chocolate chip banana nut bread, cinnamon raisin bread, apple bread, buttermilk bread, cranberry walnut bread, or garlic cheese bread. So you need to get over there and vote. We're going to use it for the bread machine because apparently I found a bread machine recipe for garlic cheese bread. I didn't even know you could do that in the bread maker. Honey. Right? So, Tommy, no, he didn't. Tommy, how you know so much about another man when you supposed to be making money? Get out of here. Tommy broke. Men shouldn't know that much about another man's business because men are usually making money, right? Okay. All right. All right. But Tommy's sitting over there. My boo called the police on Epstein. What? I'm telling you, America has an epidemic of weak ass men. Weak ass, sensitive ass men. America has an epidemic of that shit. And until America deals with that, it's going to be in a bad fucking way. I'm telling you, America, you got to deal with your lack of manhood shit in America. Got to deal with it. You know Tommy's in the basement where it smell all damp. They got a water leak down there, but ain't nobody got money to fix it. Say it again, Kim. Say it again, Kim. But folks don't like to deal with that. But I wanted to mention, I'm going to do a video today about this car thing because I know, and I'm going to check these rent prices in Arkansas, Ohio, because maybe I need to talk about some of these other locations too. Yep. Yep. I need to talk about some of these other locations, North Carolina, all that stuff. Now, I'm going to tell you something I read yesterday, but I'm digging into it because I'm trying to find more information. Now, this is about Dr. Phil. Now, y'all know Dr. Phil got this media company. I forget the name of it, but he still has this media company. And the media company, they had to file for bankruptcy because they're having some tough problems. Because he's done went full MAGA. So, of course, his money getting all fucked up, right? Okay. So he starts another media company. But this time, this is where I was, my antenna got real like, that's weird. He started another media company with Steve Harvey. That's weird to me, right? Ain't that weird? Ain't that very weird? I got to dig into that. I was like, that's real interesting. Because, see, Steve Harvey's another one that tries to straddle the fence. Y'all don't call Steve Harvey out enough for his bullshit. But Steve Harvey is rich. Steve Harvey has got a lot of fucking money, right? And folks forget that because they go, oh, it's just Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey has a shitload of money. Okay? A lot of money. And y'all forgot when Trump was in office the first time, Steve Harvey was there on his knees. The first time for Trump. Y'all forgot. I never forgot. I ain't never listened to Steve Harvey no more after the first time when Trump was in office. I've been on my Fuck You Steve tour ever since then. The first time. I ain't never forget about that shit. I never forgot. Never. So fast forward to me reading uh, that Dr. Phil has another media company with Steve Harvey. I don't have enough information yet to dig into it to tell you guys more about it, but I that's odd, ain't it though? I'm gonna keep digging. Oh, I'm making a note for myself on something because it caught me as odd. Why the hell are Steve Harvey and Dr. Phil hanging out where they both have money? See, the once you hit a certain threshold with money, the only color you see is green. See, once you hit a certain threshold, the only color you see is green. And so Steve Harvey, mm-mm. Steve gonna do what he gotta do to keep them checks coming in. I disagree with you, Carm, on Beyonce and Jay-Z. Beyonce and Jay-Z build homes, Habitat for Humanity homes. They just don't put it in the press. You're also used to celebrities doing good shit and putting it in the media, that if they don't put it in the media, y'all assume they don't do nothing. Beyonce and Jay-Z built a shitload of homes, affordable housing. If I'm not mistaken, it was in Texas. Beyonce do a lot. She just don't put it in the press because she's not doing it for you to clap for her. She does it because she's doing it because she knows it's the right thing to do. When rich people do good shit and they tell you about it, it's because they bragging. They want you to give them points and credit for the shit. It's like when the rich people, it's like you never notice that rich people don't show you helping. No, they don't show you that they help anybody until Christmas time. All year long, they don't show you no shit like that. But come Christmas time, all of a sudden they buying people homes. They buying groceries. They buying toys. They could have been doing that shit all year. They could have paid the families health insurance premiums for the whole year. But they don't. They wait till Christmas and buy them some toys. That's what they do instead. Y'all got to pay attention. Pay attention. Because this is where we are. Now, I want to tell you something else. The measles cases have continued to rise. We have the highest cases of America mumps in decades. That's what happens when you have people like RFK Jr. running the CDC, who don't know his ass from a hole in the wall. But that's who y'all got in charge of running the fucking CDC. Have a nice day too, Joe Cigar. Have a nice day. He's running CDC that they've almost cut in half. Oh, his wife was on The View the other day. Why the fuck was she on there? Now, she's a dummy. If she went on there thinking that they was going to kiss her ass and still kiki and caw with her, and she's married to that man, chill by. I'm glad. Fuck Cheryl Hines. I'm glad. Fuck her. And if they keep doing, what's that show that she has with Larry David? Larry should divorce her on the show. Yep. On the show, they need to divorce her and take her job. And Larry should marry an immigrant. Larry, if you're listening, he did. Joy asked her about the brain worm. What'd she say? Did she just kind of giggle and try to shrug it off? I tell you, man. I tell you. I would say I'm surprised. But protect yourselves, y'all, because measles and whooping cough are making a huge resurgence. And it's all because you got a lot of these parents out here who do not believe in vaccinations. Good. I'm glad they called her. I'm glad they called him out. Good. The View being The View. Good. I got to go find that footage later. I'm more than peeking at what you have to say. Look forward. Oh, thank you, Carl. That picture of him isn't that picture amazing with that nussy sitting right there? I hope ain't no kids in this live, cause that's a whole nussy. I might do a video about that today. About how the media needs to be censoring this. Even Jeffrey Epstein doesn't have a nussy. Yep, Mitch McConnell has a fat nussy. Mitch McConnell got a fat old nussy, honey. Do you understand me? Mitch has a fat old nussy. Listen. Make it rain, make it pop with that wet ass nussy. Hey. Not the snapping turtle, listen. I bet you nussies don't want to see no snapping turtle coming. Now, I also want to ask, did y'all see the congressman from California talking about how he's saying that conservatives need to end this shutdown and they need to get their ass back to D.C. and negotiate with Democrats? I saw it yesterday. There's a congressman out of California. He's a Republican. And he knows that he's about to lose his fucking seat. Yep. Because Texas pulled their bullshit. So Gavin Newsom had the whole situation so they could put it on there, have a special election to say whether or not they're going to be redoing their seats too in California to take those seats from conservatives. They should take them. Good. I'm glad California is doing what they're doing. I'm glad they're doing it. But that California congressman that is a conservative, he's nervous. because he knows his job is on the line. And he also knows that none of what's happening in Washington with this shutdown, this doesn't help his constituents. It doesn't help. And Republicans told their voters, you send us to Washington, you'll never have a shutdown again. We're going to work and get it done. Working and get it done means you have to compromise so you don't have a shutdown. But they chose not to do that. Instead, they rammed through that big, beautiful bullshit bill. And where we are right now, this is where we are right now. Yep. Trump sent $20 billion of taxpayer money to Argentina. Oh, and I want to tell you something about that. Trump said he'll send them more money as long as they keep the guy in power that's in power. But if he's not, they're not going to send him no more money. We should have never sent them nothing to begin with, especially since Argentina then turned around and sold soybeans to China. Now, I'm going to mention this subject. We're going to keep this conversation going in the Patreon this morning. Don't forget, on Friday, I do Freebie Friday over on Patreon. We have an uncensored Freebie Friday. So if you're not already signed up for my Patreon, get signed up so you can be a part of Freebie Fridays on Fridays. Because we go in over there. So a lot of things over on TikTok we cannot talk about, right? But we can talk about them on Patreon. So now, and I'm going to talk a little bit about this, but we're going to finish this discussion in Patreon this morning. Now, have y'all seen the news story about the young Republicans whose chat got exposed, all their private messages? And it reveals about Patreon. The link is in my bio. It reveals about how the young GOP leaders, they were joking about Hitler and the Holocaust and slavery. Child. This is why conservatives didn't want CRT taught in schools. Because they don't want your children to learn truth. Oh, we're going to talk about it this morning in Patreon. We're going to talk about it this morning in Patreon. Oh, yes. I read a nice story in Politico yesterday about it. It seems crazy, Kiara. This is the thing. This is why we need to know history. Because when you don't know your history, you will repeat your history. This is why America's going backwards. It's literally trying to go backwards. And the Supreme Court is right now, they've decided that they're going to hear the case that is challenging Article 2 of the Voting Rights Act. Listen, this is about America turning back time. Turning back time, because somewhere along the way, diversity is bad. Oh, right, it's today. Yep, diversity is bad. And I'm telling you, because I don't trust the Supreme Court, they're going to find some way to justify getting rid of that. They're going to find some way to say it disenfranchises white people. Guaranteed. They've been doing it up to this point. John Roberts don't give a shit. They're fucking racist as fuck in that goddamn court. Racist as fuck in that court. They pride themselves on racism. That very Supreme Court is the same Supreme Court that says Donald Trump can have unfettered power as the executive. But I can guarantee you, no sooner than a liberal gets that office, that same Supreme Court will turn around and say, oh, no, 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 no. You can't just walk over Congress. Wake up. Yep. Young Republicans are caught right in the act, being racist as fuck. So when these people tell you, oh, we're not racist, that's a lie. They hardcore racist, but they're just punks. They suckers. They too afraid to say it out loud. See, I don't know about y'all, but honestly, if you're gonna be racist, at least have a fucking backbone. At least have a backbone if you're gonna be fucking racist. These people want to be racist, but don't even have a fucking backbone. And I'm like, how? Make it make sense. How? And it's the direct result of they've been raised in an environment, right? That you can be as racist as you want to be. You just got to hide it. See? Some of them are bold about it, but bold on the internet don't count to me. That's also a punk ass racist. You understand? That's a punk ass racist to me. A real racist is somebody that can stand in your face and say it to your face. So right before you chin check the fuck out of them, they got to say it with their chest. See? Yep. Right before you chin check the fuck out of them, they got to say it with their whole chest. You tell them, say it with your chest. Put your chin up and say it with your chest. So when I knock you the fuck out, you gonna fall back easy. That's what folks are gonna learn. See, a lot of this is the direct result of so many people haven't been what's the best way to say it? So many people they just haven't been dealt with. I say it like that. So many people haven't been given their just desserts so that they understand you can't just run around saying anything you want whenever you want to. There are consequences to that shit. There are consequences. And to those, and I want to say this to black young people. Don't be running around saying that shit, I'm not my ancestors. Your ancestors fought back. But they also changed the system. So stop saying that shit as if black people didn't fight back then. Stop saying that shit, because that makes you look like you don't even know your history either. You look ignorant. Stop saying that stuff. Because I see young people say that shit. I'm not my ancestors. What the fuck does that even mean? What does that even mean? You not your ancestors. What? Huh? Who? I don't even know what that means. You not your ancestors. I'm like, okay. Because I am my ancestors. And so I don't approach that in the way that they approach it. Yep. The ancestors was brave. They stood up. They did real protests. The Montgomery bus boycott was effective because it worked. And they were willing. They were willing to be uncomfortable because they were already uncomfortable. You understand? So it was nothing to be more uncomfortable in that. Nothing. Ain't that big of a deal. Because see, one thing that black folks figured out during the civil rights movement is that white people love black dollars. And that we have a lot of power. A lot of power in who we are. A lot of power. Sorry, I had to write something. Got a lot of power in who we are. And I think for a lot of people, because they've given up their power, it goes back to what I keep saying, because you give up your power, the assumption is everybody else has too. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. This is why I keep telling people, pay attention to what's happening in your news. So we're going to talk about this in some detail this morning over on Patreon. We're going to have a great discussion about it because there's certain words we can't say here on TikTok And ain't nobody got time for that. I'm just keeping it all the way a book. We ain't got time for that this month because we having real conversations. Listen, I also want to remind you all to vote in the bread poll. If you haven't voted already, make sure that you vote. We got several options. I'm going to read them off again, and the poll is accessible to everybody. We got chocolate chip banana nut bread, cinnamon raisin bread, apple bread, buttermilk bread, cranberry walnut bread, or garlic cheese bread. Okay? So make sure you vote. The poll is going to end Friday at 12 noon. Okay? Because Saturday morning, baby, we're baking and talking. That's what we're going to do on Saturday. I appreciate each and every one of you being here this morning, being here with me, right? Being here with me. Deciding that you want to uh, learn more about what's happening. I'm going to tell you something. As long as you stay focused on what's going on, as long as you don't let up, and y'all need to still be calling your congressmen and your senators. You still need to be reaching out to them, even if you didn't vote for them, to say you need to, hey, if it's Democrats, hold the line. Make sure we keep our insurance. If it's Republicans, talk to them. Hey, you trying to take our insurance. So you need to work with Democrats to not take our insurance. Real talk. That's what y'all need to be doing. I appreciate each and every one of you being here this morning. Listen, thank you for the 46,000 likes and the over 200 shares. I appreciate that a lot. I want to send a shout out to my top 5 gifters before I wrap up this live, because I do this every live and I'm moving over to Patreon. So if you want to be a part of this conversation where we talk about what the young Republicans were up to, because certain language we can't use on TikTok, come on over and have this conversation with us. Number 1, beautiful, my dog is Charlie. Thank you, beautiful. Number 2, beautiful Ashford. Thank you so much, Ashford. Number 3, thank you, handsome Kiera. Thank you so much. Number 4, beautiful Kimmy, 1937. Thank you so much, beautiful. Number 5, beautiful Kim. Thank you so much, beautiful. And a special shout out to number 6, Lori. Thank you so much. Thank you to the mods this morning. Thank you to everybody for being here today. Listen, I want you to have a great, beautiful day, right? Don't let nobody fuck your day up. The Trump administration is going to work really hard to do that. But remember what I told you. You need to be planning for next week, because grocery prices are going to rise again next week too because of this trade war. So anything that you need to get, you need to get it. Okay? So that you ain't got to absorb the additional costs later on. Okay? Listen, I love you guys. I appreciate you being here. Don't let nobody live rent free in your head, y'all. Don't feed the trolls. And you can accomplish anything you put your mind to as long as you stay consistent. Peace. I'll see you guys live at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. I'll see you this afternoon. I love you. Have a great and beautiful day. I'll see you soon.